It's alright.
Oh my god!
Yo guys, what is up? Moxsy on Borderlands 3 video, and today we're talking about the January 21st hotfix. We got a huge hotfix today. I wasn't expecting honestly anything. I was just expecting the end of the takedown event, but we got a new arms race event. We got fixes to a ton of things that broke with DLC 5, Amara changes, flat class mod changes, changes to buffs to weapons and old weapons, and there's so much good stuff to talk about. We're going to get right into it. Don't want to waste any more time. If you guys do enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And guys, with that, let's get right into it. All right, guys, let's talk about these hot fixes. Now, the first one is the Arms Race mini event Clear Skies. Now, we are getting 3 weeks of Arms Race mini events, a new event each week, and the first event of 3 is called Clear Skies. During the Clear Skies mini event, all enemies will have a chance to drop better loot, and the Murder Cane circle will take longer to close in, meaning that you're going to be able to get better loot in Arms Race, or quicker loot from the different enemies, and you're going to have more time to get to all the different loot spots. Should be really nice for farming and pretty fun because you should be able to stay in Arms Race longer. One of my biggest complaints was I'd only get to hit a few of the spots versus all of them when playing, and this event should definitely allow for that. So really excited. It is the first of 3. I'm curious what they're going to do for the other 3. I'd love to see them rotate in a new boss or maybe some new weapons into the different locations in Arms Race to keep things fresh. But for farming and for playing with friends, this sounds great. Next up, we get into our update notes. Now, there is a lot here. There's a lot of changes specifically to the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S users. I'm going to be skipping those, but note that if you are an Xbox Series S or X user, there will be a link in the description if you guys want to check some of those out. I'm mainly going to be talking about the main general things that happened. And that starts us off with the anointment support to the Link pistol. Now, the Link is a legendary pistol, looks kind of like an olive, at least I think it does. And for the longest time, it's never been able to get anoints on it, and they're adding anointment support. This should mean that we get a solid Link pistol that we can use with anointments. Atlas pistols, pretty bad. Maybe this is finally one that we can really start using, so excited for that. Next up, they adjusted the thrown damage of T-Duer weapons. Now, it just says adjusted. I'm assuming this is lower in Arms Race because T-Duers were extremely strong in Arms Race. It was basically all you'd use. So now in Arms Race, you're probably going to have to rely on other things. It just says adjusted, so that's kind of what I'm inferring from that. I doubt it would be increased, but maybe it's increased outside of Arms Race and decreased in Arms Race. Not super clear there, but I'm assuming it's decreased in Arms Race. Next up, a lot of you are commenting on this. They addressed it. Addressed a reported concern that the action skill end apply terror anoint was only applying 1 stack of terror. That should now properly apply the 3 stacks of terror. And then the next one is my personal favorite in this whole hotfix. This is so good. I was really waiting for this, looking forward to this, and that is updated to Amara's Infusion and Enforceful Expression skills to properly work with Cryo. Infusion did not work with Cryo, and it was so painful because you had all these cool Cryo skills, but you were forced into using Cryo stuff. Now with Infusion giving you Cryo damage, you should be able to freeze enemies using non-Cryo weapons and get all those crazy Cryo skills going. Really excited. Definitely going to be messing around with some builds on that over at twitch.tv/Moxsy plug. If you guys want to watch me there, we do stream 6 days a week. All right, sorry, plug over. Next up, they buffed Amara's Ascendant skill to work with Expedite. Now, Ascendant is the middle tier of the blue tree that boosts all of Amara's augments, and now it'll probably work with Expedite. Doesn't say exactly what it will do, but I'm assuming it'll give Expedite more cooldown than it already had when you kill enemies with your action skill, so that's great. And next up, we got some things for Moes. Updated the Gunner's Iron Cub to receive action skill damage boost from class mods. That's really nice. That'll be a sizable increase for Iron Cub damage. Adjust the Gunner's skills, Desperate Measures, Stroke the Embers, and Scorching RPMs to work with Iron Cub, meaning that those should all now work with Iron Cub and increase Iron Cub's damage. That's awesome. Next up, Flax class mod. Now, no one is using this class mod. The commandlet class mod was, if you did not know, caused the pet's action skill to actually attack the player instead of attack enemies. That is now fixed and should be working properly. There doesn't seem to be any other buff to this class mod or rework, so at least it should be working with your pet's action skill properly. I still don't really think that people are going to use this class mod, but I'm glad that it was fixed to actually work properly, so that is great. Next up, there was a hot spring bug where you could throw down the hot spring, and the hot spring, as long as you threw down a hot spring, it would continuously heal you no matter where you were. You just need to throw it down and you get healing from it. They fixed that. That should no longer be working, which is a good fix. It was kind of fun to mess around with, but very broken. So I'm glad they fixed that. Next up, if you enter arms race with low health, you're going to be put at full health, which is a nice little quality of life thing. I'm glad they did that. There's a few more arms race quality of life things I'm just going to read out. Skill points gained during arms race have been changed to update without the need for a save and quit. Updated the minimap to follow party members' location while in spectator mode in arms race. Made a change to the timer bar in arms race to correctly show the amount of time remaining during the kill heavyweight Harker objective. Mission weapons will no longer stay in a player's inventory during arms race. And addressed a reported concern that action skills would not properly unlock while in arms race when a level 1 character gained a level. And that's it for the updates. Now we're going to get into the buffs. Just want to say once again that there are some things that I'm not reading here that have to do with like Xbox controller vibration, some loading screen stuff that is just for the Xbox Series X and S. So if you guys want to check that out, it'll be in the pinned comment and in the description. Next, we get into the gear adjustments, and we got some cool ones here. Not too many, but solid ones. So for gear adjustments, we have a buff to the Baby Maker. The Baby Maker is getting increased weapon damage and fire rate. One of the biggest things with this thing is this weapon. It just consumes so much ammo. With the TDR adjustments and the increased weapon damage and fire rate, this thing might be pretty nice. Definitely be giving the Baby Maker a go. This is my personal most excitement adjustment. The Sledge's shotgun is getting increased weapon damage. I genuinely don't think I've used this in Borderlands 3. I hardly knew this thing existed, but it is getting increased weapon damage. I don't have the specific percentages currently because this hotfix isn't live, so we can't actually go into it and see. But once the hotfix is actually live, which should be at around like noon Eastern Standard Time, I will let you guys know in the pinned comment how much the Sledge's shotgun increases. I'm hoping for a big one, hopefully like on par with the Hellwalker. That would be amazing. Next up, we have the Scorpio. Scorpio is like the rolling turret pistol that is getting increased weapon damage. Hopefully going to be good. Probably top 10 worst weapons in Borderlands 3 right there. The Scorpio, also along with the Sledge's shotgun, that was getting increased weapon damage. And another one of the worst weapons in the game is also getting buffed. The Bearcat is also getting increased weapon damage. Bearcat's a cool weapon. It's always been bad. I think this might be its third buff. It's getting increased weapon damage. Hopefully now it could be pretty usable and fun to use. So excited for that. And guys, that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something new. I'm excited for these arms race mini events. We're getting 3 weeks of them, which is really promising, meaning that we're going to be getting hot fixes every Thursday for the next 3 weeks, which is awesome. And is going to give them hot fixes to fix other things as well as apply these new events. I'm hoping we get a big arms race mini event at the end, possibly having to do with like changing the boss or changing some of the weapons. I think that'd be really nice because once you get the weapons in arms race, you don't really need to farm arms race anymore, if you know what I mean. So yeah, guys, that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Take care. Peace.